Welcome back on the AM show. It gives me joy when I have to talk about matters like this one. And today we celebrate on the back of that December 19, 2011 United Nations General Assembly Resolution 66/170, declaring today, October the 11th, the International Day of the Girl Child, to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges girls face around the world. Personally, I've had to interact with many young people. Sometimes it is sanitary pads they need. Sometimes it is the taxes on them. Sometimes it is circumstances that don't allow them to go to school like they would want. The challenges are many. Currently, with what is going on between Israel and Palestine, young girls are affected. So as we celebrate a day like this, we reflect on myriad matters affecting young girls across the world. Well, joining us for a conversation in the studio this morning, we have two fantastic young ladies. I'll be introducing them to you shortly. And they are with Plan International, and they are making it happen as far as young girls are concerned. So joining us, we have Mary Kudoto. She's a peer educator. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Put it there. I hope you're going to be excited.
Yes, please.
We also have Linda Akamensa. She's a youth and girls advocate. I can't give her a fist bump and not give you. So. There you go. How are you guys?
Good. Well, fine, thank you.
Oh, you're not sounding it. You're not sounding excited. International Day of the Girl Child, and you're not excited.
Great.
You're doing great.
Yes,
that's more like
it. Excited as well.
So, I've mentioned what your names are, but give us a better idea of who you are, what you do with Plan International. I'll start with you, Mary.
Okay, so my name is Kudoto Mary. I'm a peer educator on Plan Be Smart projects, where
What does that even mean? Educator. What does that mean?
Okay, so I do sensitization on girl child rights and women empowerment as well. Okay. Yes.
That's interesting. How long have you done this?
Oh, for about 2 years ago.
For about 2 years now?
Yes, please.
Wow. 2 years. That's some good, stuff you can put on your CV already. Linda?
My name is Linda. I am a youth advocate with Plan International, where I champion the rights of young people and women, particularly by raising their voices and raising my voice on issues that affect women.
And what exactly do you do at IDG? What exactly is your role? Just give us some specifics. You both of you have spoken about some of what you do, peer educator, this and that. But on a daily basis, what is expected of you, for example?
So on a daily basis, issues that concern women, like, for example... Yeah. So, for example, currently we are drumming home the issue of taxes on sanitary towels for women. So when issues like these come up, we join the fight, we join the conversations, and make sure that those policies are effected.
And for you, Mary? Okay,
so me too. I see to it that girls attain higher position in life. So also assure them that their office is not the kitchen alone, but they have something better to do in life. Okay,
so that antiquated mindset of, the woman is meant to be in the kitchen and the man rather should go out there. You're trying to disabuse the minds of your peers about that. So what category of people would you usually meet? Your age mates, your contemporaries?
Yeah, my age mates, yes.
And for you, usually?
Yeah, my age mates, young people, and sometimes older ones, because the conversation around discrimination has been long going on, and so people don't even realize that they are being discriminated against. So we raise their voices and then we point it out to them.
Of course, workplace discrimination is also prominent in there. Equal pay for equal work. It's not really equalizing, but we'll see how it goes. Let's talk about the theme for this year's International Day of the Girl Child. Linda, would you like to share with us?
This year's theme, international theme, is Invest in Girls' Rights, Our Leadership, well-being.
Yes. Let's do this. Invest in girls' rights, our leadership,
our well-being.
What sort of impact does the theme have on you, reflecting on how far this has come all through the 20th century till now? How relevant is this theme, do you think?
Okay, so when they keep on investing in we girls, it also gives us the zeal to do something to push ourselves to attain our full potential or achieve our aspirations.
That's interesting. What's your take on the
and when we talk about the investment in girls' rights, Ash has clearly mentioned that it's like an outward sort of investment. we are also pushing for inward investment. So the girls themselves should be able to take up roles. They should be able to avail themselves and take up opportunities to be better at what they do and make sure that they go out there and then achieve their potentials.
So you are goals advocating with Plan International Ghana. Locally, what theme are we running with?
Okay, so our theme is Girls Activism and Resourcing.
Girls Activism and Resourcing.
Yes.
Okay. Why did we choose that?
Okay, so that one I'll allow my sister to explain it further.
The girls
I like
activism,
that, Linda.
Yes, the girls' activism. Plan has continuously invested in women and women's activism. So when we say girls' activism is by giving them the opportunity to have a voice on issues that matter to them, issues that concern them, especially if it affects their entire life in the future. And then when we talk about the resourcing, it's giving them the necessary opportunities and equipping them with the skills and with the needed resources to be able to achieve their aspirations that they have set for themselves. Yes.
I'll come to both of you now with one question. In all your work and even looking at the work of your colleagues, what are some of the challenges that you realize girls, young women face at home? We've already started talking about some of the stereotypes. Oh, the woman must be banished to the kitchen. At home, at the workplace, in the community. What are some of the challenges you see every now and then? Starting with you, Mary.
So in our various homes, girls are not allowed to take part in decision making, and they are not allowed. They are not allowed the girl's voice to be heard and seen. For example, child marriage. The girl doesn't have any zeal to say whether I am interested or no. They just give out the girl for marriage, which is not good. Right. So this is the biggest challenge our girls are facing in our homes.
Well, while you say that our girls, some of them are going through that, but I also know places where they are given a lot of opportunity to express themselves and all of that. But I agree with you, Mary. I think it was sometime over the last 2 years, we've had a few instances of people. I remember one was up north. They were trying to smuggle the girl to, I think, Burkina Faso, also her husband. And she was just a child, basically, and she was being married off. So true. But from where you sit, what are some of the experiences you have about this?
I will talk about some of the challenges girls face in school and then some of the challenges that they face at the workplace.
Right.
Yes. So for schools, there are not enough gender-sensitive policies for women to make it conducive enough, especially when it comes to sanitary conditions, proper sanitary conditions. Some schools still do not have a changing area where girls can make changes when they are in their menstrual periods. And there are some schools that because they don't have that, girls would run away from school to go and change in the afternoon and never return. Other girls would also not even go to school at all in that particular month, which means that every week, 1 week out of every month, girls who are not in areas where there are these changing areas would miss classes. So eventually they might have to drop out of school. And then at the workplace, I think that there are not a lot of gender sensitive policies. And I think this is a better time for us to push for a 3-day.
That's why you're here.
Yes. A 3-day paid leave for every woman, aside the already existing of days at every institution, because we know that women go through changes every time, in every period of the month. And the first 3 days of these periods can be challenging and very troublesome. So we are pushing for a paid leave for all girls during that period of their month so that they can go back, recuperate, and come back better and energized, instead of walking through that particular period and being inactive. It is going to take a toll on both the girl and even the institution. So it is going to be mutually beneficial if institutions are able to adopt that. And we would admonish government to push for that policy. Admonish,
I like the term. They are admonishing government.
Yes.
And they are admonishing.
Yes.
So here's where it gets interesting. I've been advocating the removal of taxes. You know, how do we even categorize that as a luxury product? You know, okay, let me watch I was about to say it makes no, but I'm sure you get the drift. Yes. But especially when it comes to sanitary products, sanitary pads, and the taxes on them, there are two sides to the conversation. The AGI, the Association of Ghana Industries, has said that if the taxes are removed on the foreign ones you bring into the system, it would mean that they cannot compete and that they will be driven out of business. But others have also said that these taxes make no real sense. Where do you sit? I mean, for you, the bottom line is that you can have access to them. But what do you think about that conversation, both of you? Mary and Mary, what do you think?
Okay, so you see, sanitary pad is a very essential need for the adolescent girl. So if those tasks are imposed on them, most of the adolescent girl will be like, okay, if I can't buy the sanitary pad, then let me use unclean material. Those things can lead to the contracting of reproductive diseases, which also lead to another cause of buying medicines and other things. So we think we are pleading with the government to do something to the sanitary pad for us.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And I think menstruation is a natural occurrence. We cannot wait for local industries to get on their feet before we push for issues that are very, very sensitive. So we stand, I think Plan has been pushing for this. Plan has been drumming home the removal of sanitary towels for a very long time now. And today we are actually very happy that the voices are more as an MP has introduced the bill to Parliament. We are pleading with government that these taxes are removed because it is essential and it's a natural occurrence. We cannot decide when to have menstruation and when not to have menstruation.
I know for certain that if anybody could decide, I do not want to go through that every month, no one would opt to go through it every month. It's part of a natural cycle that women must go through, even as they also, give birth to all of us. It's a natural process, so we shouldn't make it even more difficult for them. As we wrap this conversation, Mary, Linda, today is the International Day of the Girl Child. On a day like this, we get to highlight some of the challenges that young women, girls, go through. What would be your message to parents, people in power, politics, religious leaders? Because sometimes too, religion plays a role. Even the child marriages you speak of, sometimes religion comes in. I'm sure you understand where I'm going. What would be your message to the powers that be out there, including your parents?
Okay, so my message to the parents is that they should give both responsibility to both boys and girls so that
no discrimination.
Yes.
Right.
So that the girls can also have access to certain things like education. We can even get a little time to learn. Not that they should give all the freedom to the boys while we are suffering. It's not good.
All right. Okay.
And
Linda?
when the conversation of equality is started, I think that a lot of people cower out. But then there's a quote by Michelle Obama that says that no country can ever truly flourish if it stifles the potentials of its women and deprives itself of having the contributions of half of its population. So with that in mind, if you decide to push women on the side and not have a lot of gender-sensitive policies that can make them be able to be part of conversations and decisions that affect everyone, then it means that there is a problem. So today, our message is that we are pushing that there are enough gender-sensitive policies that can make women comfortable enough to be able to engage in conversations and aspire and achieve their goals.
Right. Which high schools did you attend? There's a reason I'm asking.
Me, I do everything in the house. Like I'm the mother for my house.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I do everything. Yes.
Interesting. Do you mind telling me how old are you?
Oh, I'm 18 years old.
She's already shouldering all these responsibilities. At her age, she should be allowed to live her life, enjoy her youth. Basically, part of your youth is being stolen from you. That's the reality. Unfortunate. This is why we ought to reach out. How about you?
At home or my high school?
High school.
Okay, my high school, Infantiman Girls.
Infantiman Girls. Okay. I'm asking that because, again, something that I have wanted to see happen. In the National Science and Math Quiz, no female, single-sex female school has won it before. I was happy when recently, though it's my older brother's school, St. Peter's fell to Wesley Girls. Yes. Hopefully this becomes the year. International Day of the Girl Child, and then a girls' school wins. But the boys, they see like. We'll see how that goes. But Linda and Mary, thank you so much for joining the conversation. I hear there's some sign you do.
Yes.
Can you share with us?
Yes. Girls get equal. So the equal sign.
Okay, so which hand? Like
in
this?
Hands, yes. Just equal. So just It should be at par.
Okay.
And then we have the sign of activism for girls.
Okay. All right.
So you should be able.
Equal.
Yes, you should be able to engage in conversations and join conversations that affect you as a young girl. Example, the ongoing sanitary pad conversation. It's important because it affects you as a girl.
Yeah. I've been a long-time advocate on that one. Hopefully someday. I've heard conversations in certain circles. Hopefully some change will be brought to bear. Mary, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Keep holding it down at home, yeah?
Okay, yes, please. Thank you.
Things will get better with time. And that has been our conversation on the International Day of the Girl Child. We're really proud to have had these girls, these young women, join us in the studio. Mary Kudoto is a peer educator. Linda Akamensa is a youth and girls advocate. And they joined us for this all-important conversation. Do stay with us. We'll be up next with a lot more on the AM show. We'll be right back.